The trees were shot away, the bodies floating in the surf, the smell of gunpowder.
Clarence Dotson was just 18 years old in an Army boat floating in the Normandy harbor, waiting and watching.
I had never witnessed anything like that before in my life.
He's 88 now, but Dotson says he still thinks about it often.
I was scared. Everybody else was. It was sort of a hushed time on the boat, quiet, because some of us realized we would never get back home.
Dotson has a medal from that battle.
I was there on D-Day.
It's often considered one of the most important in world history, and it was called Operation Overlord at the time, and it happened 70 years ago this June.
These guys are getting up in years, and this may be our last opportunity really to thank them.
Rick Devereaux met Dotson after Devereaux was tipped off by the older man's doctor, who had heard about Operation Overlord 2014.
The project is designed to try to round up all the surviving veterans of Operation Overlord, bring them to the National D-Day Memorial for the 70th anniversary of D-Day this summer on June 6th.
Local Rotary clubs are right now searching for vets in the mountains who were there.
We're going to take them there in air-conditioned buses. We're going to feed them. We're going to put them up in the hotels both nights.
It's a 4 or 5 hour journey north that Dotson is looking forward to.
When you meet one that was there, you can almost visualize and almost feel like you're there again.
Throughout the mountains, thousands are celebrating Independence Day. While people all over are sporting the good old red, white, and blue, one man recalls his time fighting for it.
It says he went to Normandy.
That's right.
Clarence Dotson was just 18 years old when he was drafted.
I was a native of Fairview. Prior to that time, I'd never been out of the state.
But that quickly changed on June of 1944 when he found himself on the shores of Normandy.
We sat there in the harbor until we could get on the beach.
But when the waiting ended, D-Day was just getting started.
I remind you that I was 18 years old. I had never up until that time seen a dead body.
But soon after facing the waves on the ocean, the troops were faced with waves of bullets.
The surf on Utah Beach was absolutely filled with dead bodies of little 18, 19-year-old boys like me.
A sight Dotson says he will never forget.
Oh man, it was scary. It was very scary.
But he says it was his duty to serve, which he did until the very last day of the war.
All guns had ceased. And, it was a time of happiness.
And it's that feeling of happiness that comes with freedom that Dotson says was worth fighting for.
Until you live in a country to where that there is not much freedom, you don't appreciate. Although we're not perfect, but we're still the best place in the world to live.